Hi everyone, it is early February. That means it's time to start our hot pepper seeds. Hot pepper seeds take sometimes 3 to 4 weeks to germinate. So I like to start early in February. Our frost date is usually around May 7th. So I try to get everything ready for May 1st to plant, depending on the temperature. That means I start my tomato seeds in early April because that gives you 8 weeks before we're ready to plant. Okay, so I use Jiffy trades. Let me get Sunday fun day bib out of here. So they come in a tray, Jiffy trays. Let me pour that over there. So they have these little cells. I can't get it. So look how little they are. So what I usually do is I pour some hot water in here, and when I use my other soil a little later, I use a combination of Jiffy seed starting mix, and I mix earthworm castings in it too. But let me get to this first. So I usually get a huge pitcher of water, and I pour water all over the tray. So we'll come back to that. See, what happens is they start sucking up all that water. And you try to move the water around a little bit. You don't want it just to sit. Make the wave. Woo! Just make sure they're all nice and moist because they're going to get nice and large for a nice start. Now I transplant them 3 times, and I use new soil each time, so it gives a fresh. When they get ready to get planted, it's going to be nice and fresh. So they're nice. They're starting to get a little larger. Okay, let me take that time with those. Then after that, I go to this tray. So see how nice and puffy they got in here? See? From those little pellets, they grow to that big, which is pretty cool. Now, when I start my seeds, this is what I use, and I go to a hole a couple inches, not too far, not a couple inches, but just a little bit, and make a little hole in there. Just enough to put the seed in there. Whoop. There we go. And on and on and on. So it's pretty, that's what I like to use. I can wash it off each time, and that works out really good. Now after that, I start my labeling, because you got to label. Now, everybody uses these sticks right here. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing it at all. It looks like a mess to me. So what I do is I use the bottom of my trays, like that, and I label everything. So you see it says Jay's Red Ghost Scorpion. That is this row here. The second one is BBM Bubblegum. And there it is, number 2. Number 3, Red Pot Orange. That's this row. And so on. So right after that, I write it down in the book too. So in my book, which here it is, I start labeling everything. So tray 1, it got a little wet. Tray 2, and I'll label everything like that. So if something happens wrong with the labels, I have my notebook always catch up on. Because if these get wet, it gets nice and blurry, right? Well, all I have to do is go back to my book and I know exactly what I planted. What's important to me too, because you get kind of confused, after each time I'm putting my seeds in, I put like that. So when I do my seedings, I know I'm doing that row. So after I go to my next seeds, the only thing I go is like that. So I know when I'm putting my seeds down, I know I'm doing that row. And same thing with the third one. And on and on and on. So, and the next thing I do, now, I like to use, let me go back here before. I like to mix the seed starting mix and earthworm castings. But look at this, guys. See how they're nice rising up? Let me go back here. So they're starting to rise up nice and good. Just keep on adding the water in. Again, you don't want it soaking where it's too much. You want to adjust. Everything's good in moderation with gardening. Once you try to think you know everything and try to do it better, a lot of times it doesn't work out. So everything's good in moderation. And just look at, for example, fertilizer. You know, everything's good in moderation. You don't want to use 20-20-20 on your vegetables. You know, you want a lower thing. A lot of vegetables are great at 3-3-3 or something. I like using a balanced blend. So let those grow a little bit. So I got all the holes poked in here. And then I usually put, a lot of times I put 2 seeds as many times as I can. Because I want each one to grow. I want every single thing I want in here, I want to grow. And I'll pick some seedings or put other ones in solo cups when they start popping up, if there's like 2 per tray. And then there's my mixture. So you want it, I like it a little soft. You should be able to crunch it up like that. So it's not too, it's also warm, because if there's anything on there, I want them to kill it. So I used very, very hot water to put in here before. So that's what it looks like. And so it's like 3/4 of the potting mix and then 1/4 of the earthworm castings. And then I'll just sprinkle in here. And I'll gradually press down. And just make sure everything's covered. And so on. So when I press down, the only thing I'm doing is pressing down like that. Not too much, not too hard, just enough where everything's covered. And so when I water this again very lightly, and I like using a spray bottle, the dirt doesn't, you know, nothing moves. That's the key for everything, because you don't want anything to move. Now I like using, see, this is a heat mat, and I also have those on my grow lights. So make sure you mist. I mean, this could take 3 weeks to germinate. So 3 weeks is 3 weeks. So I have very good success doing this. I absolutely love when I start seeds and see that first thing sprout. It's like, wow, this is so awesome. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. Please like and share the video. And I hope to see everybody on Sunday. Fun day. Oh, this is great. So I'm going to do 2 more trays after this. Finish up this one too. And just getting my hot pepper seeds started. Okay, guys, take care, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.